So welcome back to Alundra. I now have my favorite Chinese dress on. And I have Waddle Dee with me as well.
Ooh.
Oh man, Alundra's swinging around that ball and I really want to level up that chain ball bad. Now something that you haven't seen, Waddle Dee, is that after you left, we went into the Seacoast Cave because I was looking for the beach, right? I was pulled off by an optical illusion. I thought that that building next to the crazy guy who doesn't let you go anywhere, I thought that was where the stuff should have been, and it was. It just, you could fall off the edges there and go onto the beach. And I spent like half an hour looking around for it because I was confused. So I went to the beach, right? I went into the cave. I got the item. I got the merman boots, right? Which allowed me to swim. I went out. I went back to town. But that wasn't enough. I had to go back. There was more stuff to explore. And I got through it, and I beat this weird water monster, which we're about to see on screen. No, not that water monster.
Oh, you mean Mr. Grabby?
Yeah. No, not that Mr. Grabby. It is as it is. Nostro! What you doing, Nostro? What you doing, man?
Salutations, people, persons. Mostly those of you that are actually in the channel.
How many people are in chat?
Just one.
It's just us and Nostro.
Yeah, but I'm also saying hello to people that are going to watch this on YouTube.
I know. The game's audio actually is very loud for the opening credits. Very loud.
It's actually really interesting. He's actually proven to me that the game itself is like 90% less loud than the opening credits.
It's nor near. It's so loud it burns you alive.
That's how easy I guess to listen to it.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Let's play Alundra, right? Alright.
Alundra.
So, as you will tell, see I didn't even adjust the audio. Yay, adventure! Let's do this, right? But yeah, it's, the game's intro audio is exceptionally loud. Using the book and memory card one. Aw, man, you remember when that didn't work? No, it's still here. So yeah. I'm gonna eat that memory card one of these days. So we have this one, which is another save. Hand for Klein. I guess I'll jump in that for a second, but then I'll soft reset.
With the Konami code.
Yes. Captain Waddle Dee is a part of this one as well. Alright.
You sound like you're disappointed in that.
No, I'm being quite posh. Listen to that music, and I'll let it sit for a few seconds.
Wow, you really did get upgraded. I remember I left yesterday, you only had 17 health.
This is an old file, to give you an idea. This isn't nowhere near anywhere close to where I'm at now.
I should say not. You're in a completely different part of the continent.
This isn't a continent. This is inside Clyde's head. This is after the moment when Clyde went crazy. Like, completely
Okay, so this
mental.
explains why he's always got balls on his mind.
I think he's got something else in mind. Something very cool. Sow the seeds of a cold-hearted killer that eventually lost his way and became a ravaged beast. That, unfortunately, is what happened to Klein. Klein
You
met
could
his
say
end to
it was
me.
Klein to decline.
That's funny.
What's RTA?
RTA. Do you mean SDA? Oh, I think we're trying to route Alundra so that we can try to make it a speed run.
Oh, that. No, I wasn't part of that, but oh, glad they tried, help. In the only way I know how. Bad puns at inappropriate times. You know what they say, morale is half battle.
I died. Oops. Nah, that was intentional. That was intentional so I can get to the title.
A speedrun with a timer.
Real-time
No, I
attack.
definitely was not a part of that. I believe in enjoying the game, but some people like to...
You don't really understand what it means with speedrunning. Speedrunning doesn't actually destroy your love of the game, it actually intensifies it. Because you don't just speedrun a game that you just don't like, because that's torture.
No, I'm
for me,
talking
that's
about speedrun with a timer and without pauses.
without pauses. Yeah, of course. In other words, what they mean without pausing is that you don't actually, in real life, pause and then come back to it later. You just go one whole sitting, playing the game from start to credits.
Isn't this like a 28-hour game?
Normally, maybe 40, but I think if you do things right and well enough, you might be able to do it in 12 hours. I think. And that's with good execution, good RNG, and with frame-perfect jumps. I was also trying to figure out exactly what would it take to do this properly. So I'm going to look at this real quick. Yeah, that's the... Because I was able to do a 1 and 2, like, if you could think of it as a square. Here, I'll put it in there.
Assuming it takes you an hour a dungeon. Assuming.
Here. You see that in chat? Those two bricks? Imagine that's a tile set. I'm able to jump from the top right corner of the second brick to the lower left of the left brick. What that does is that it gives me a 1x2 width. If we calculate that, it gives you a 2.23 tile jump. If I can increase that with any sort of speed or frame-perfect trickery, I could boost that to 2.5. And if I can, if it's possible, I can outwit and completely negate some kinds of traps. Because they're like, you can only jump 2 tiles forward. And I'm like, fuck that. I can jump further if I knew exactly where to stand. And it can be done. It can be done. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. And you in potentially competitive way.
And that's probably why it doesn't appeal to me or make sense to me, because I'm not really competitive.
Really now.
The only thing I ever competed with you against is pretty much in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Or Magic. Speaking of which, I have your set. And it's right here.
I know, my trees.
And they're still waiting there.
Yep.
As you can see, they have a lot of dust on them. So I haven't touched them. At least the inner workings of the box. But they're still here. That and your controller's somewhere back there. But,
yeah, I know, it's being used at least. I really do miss playing my Zelda games, though.
Zelda games?
Yeah, I have all 4 for the GameCube.
Oh, you mean you have their
Princess,
disc?
Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good set.
I also have the Super Smash Brothers on that too.
You mean Melee?
Yeah.
Yeah, Melee's pretty sweet.
And Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which I really didn't care for, but I think it was mostly carrying the chalice that pissed me off in that game.
This clicking's driving me crazy. It's
clicking?
nowhere near as bad as fucking, you know, like, pew, pew, or some shit that it does in Zelda, but it's getting there. Damn it, I'm still technically in dire straits. Well, actually, we need to talk to this lady anyway.
Do you wish to know your fortune, Releaser? Oh, I see.
All
the
is revealed in my crystal
by crystal ball. I see you standing at the place of death and renewal.
Oh, no.
I really wonder what she's been cooking this entire time.
She's a free health increase. Well, health revitalization. What she meant by death and decay
is a graveyard.
Yep. Nail on the head. As you can see, we have 22 health. We have a bow and arrow that we got from Klein's untimely passing by our hands. We have the fire scroll. We have the water scroll, which is the one that was I think it was before we had to... No, I think it was after we killed Klein. Yeah. Unless we had to, because he went feral. The easiest way to put it.
He was going to murder everyone.
Unfortunately. You ready for a sad scene?
Oh my god, how many people died?
Well, to be fair, the first 4 here died all at the same time because of that cave-in.
Oh right, the miners.
Yeah, this one's Olin and all these other people, I don't know. Oh, wait, that's not Olin. This is Zane, Lyman, and Jalen. It sounds like they kind of mishmashed their names, like Jay and Ol and stuff, and just put fancy shit next to it.
It's Jay-Nay. Jay-Nay.
Jay-Nay.
Jay-Nay.
Reminds me, I have a friend at work who goes by the name of Akene.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to relate to anything potentially in real life.
No, because in real life, my name is Jeff.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
Heard
not.
it, Sebastian.
Ralph, you really gotta take it easy. Or was your name Bob?
What are you talking about? I'm Hubert.
Hubert?
No, Hubert. Dang it! I need my iPod so I can do the Hubert sounds from Wreck-It Ralph.
You know, that's a movie I've yet to see.
Hey, I'm not spoiling anything. I just said Hubert sounds.
No,
You
no,
already
no.
know him.
No, no,
You
no.
already
I'm not.
know he's in it. He's in the freaking cover. He's in the trailers. All the trailers.
He's everywhere.
Right?
Yes.
But you should go see it when you have a chance. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Chances are it's probably on Netflix or something.
It is.
Probably movie night, and I'll probably get a chance to watch it.
Movie night. Popcorn. Damn it, now I want popcorn.
This is true, Nostro.
Who said we were using fake names? One might have been real.
Alright. Let's cut the chit chat. my name in real life is actually Mark. But I don't use that handle very often anymore.
Well, most people that I know call me Travis or TJ. So feel free to call me whatever you want. The reason I like Waddle Dee is just because he is the most underestimated minion in all of known gaming.
You always like to go for them underdogs, don't you?
Well, consider this, dude. He's literally abused the point where he's knocked senseless by Kirby, and he still comes back with a spear going, I'm gonna get you this time, I'm gonna get you this time. He certainly got more tenacity than the leader.
You mean,
The Big D.
The Big D.
Who, ironically, is also my favorite character on Smash Brothers.
Herb.
Finally.
Mike, huh?
You're running out of your medicinal stock.
Alright, Mike. I'll keep it as such. If you prefer for me to call you Nostro, just let me know. I had an old friend by the name of Mike. Really cool guy. Don't know what happened to him, though. He kind of went to West Virginia, and that was kind of it. Not sure what happened from there. How am I gonna get?
Oh, that's the thing about people. They grow, they change.
I don't know about you, but I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay, that was pretty stupid.
I'm stuck perpetually in gum. Perpetually.
I'm stuck perpetually in cut. Wait a minute.
I'm glad I confused you.
I won't say that.
Okay.
Oh, it's because they look at the Nostro and then they see it's a 0, so they like to call you by that pronunciation, and that's kind of not really fair. Unless you like that, which I'm pretty sure by your previous commentary I'm going to say you don't, so definitely not. So Nostro, or Mike. I'm going to be ratting this game. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can, if it's possible. I'm going to look around online, too.
Possible to save them? Because
No. Saving is necessary. It's called safety saving.
No, I'm talking about the people that died. Is it possible to save them because there are empty squares around that group?
Not everyone has died yet. Let's see, who else is going to die here? I'll let you find out.
Oh no. Well, we were pretty sure the
What are these guys talking about? I was too busy talking about filling up the graveyard.
We pray to the visible.
You worry about the fissure, it could break at any time. Blow it up.
Smack it with your, Oh my god.
Sorry, was this a sacred holy place? I completely forgot. I'll try. Music here is perfect for that. These flowers! Ugh. I'm out of here. Are we gonna go to the graveyard now? We're gonna
I
bury
believe
someone?
that would be on
for
our best
realsies?
interest. Come on.
Decay and renewal. Ah. Damn it, I can't go up there.
Well, obviously it means you have to somehow get inside the church.
Shit. Probably. We'll see what
Or
happens.
sorry, place of worship, as
Let's go to the chapel. Damn it.
I'm sorry. I know it offends some people if you don't use the right terminology. I mean, there's chapel, place of prayer, mosque, meditation pad. No.
Love Shack.
Depends on the priest.
Good catch. Good catch.
Yeah.
Exactly. The OST for this is beautiful. Some of it's a little out there, but others of it is just, oh my god, it's so good. As I said, I still listen to some of this ever since like 6-7 years ago, and I'm like, I just love listening to the soundtrack here. Wait for this. Like, what the hell was he thinking? Like, I need a town theme, but I want it to be upbeat. So you know what we're gonna do? So we're gonna include a couple of people going like, ugh, at different instances, because I don't recall ever hearing. It feels a little tribal, or there's just something about it. It's really appealing. That chicken went a little crazy there. Huh?
What, you said act a little tribal.
No. All the doors are closed. Well, except for the fortune teller lady. Here we go. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least he's back in good spirits to be able to say that again. Maggie Scar? Madagascar?
You know, that's the funny thing. Yesterday, I said I almost said Madagascar as well for that. Septimus proved me wrong. Get out of my way. I want to talk to this guy. Yeah, I really did.
Same time.
Enigmatic friend, Giles is recovered. Fine job, Alundra. Now get me cable like I asked last time. I'm not even joking. He fucking slips. He has a Freudian slip saying, "Man, everybody's dying. No one's ever gonna get out of here. We don't even have basic cable." Wait. No. Scratch the last one. What? You got your priorities straight, Mr. Mayor. Oh.
Stop breaking the game. Wait, what happens if you catch that bird?
Going for it.
It
It'd be funny I go up here, I accidentally trigger the endgame cutscene. Hey, that would be just fine. Giles is
hey, you just need everyone speedrun in the world.
I'm gonna see it with my own eyes! Wait. We propose that everyone in town has a ponytail. Here's everybody left. Why don't we have a look, right? Jess doesn't. He has a pot for a stomach. This guy doesn't because he's wearing a tunic. This lady has long hair because she's cultured. This guy's buff is all shit. And this lady is Little Miss Muffet? And this girl's a holla back girl? I don't know. What's going on here? I don't know.
Alright,
many
so you
people
know
have
the guy you
ponytails.
said was buff? He's like, I start every morning with 150 squats, then I do jumping jacks while I wait for my shake to finish thickening. And then, after I choke my shake, 55 minutes of upper chest, then the abs, and then, just for fun, 2 hours of glutes.
You don't understand, man. It's part of the P90X system. It's part of everything you need to have. eggs, steak, and glue.
Protein powder by the barrel.
By the barrel with a big tub of Elmer's glue. Because you want to make sure that it's thick as powerful. Because the only thing getting out of you is muscle. Nothing else. You have to work for your shit, son.
And if you have total liver failure, no worries, we have a supplement for that too.
Okay, so apparently we gotta go to Madagascar, or whatever the hell that thing is.
Maggie Scar.
Maggie Scar.
And sorry if we offend any of you YouTube viewers with that. That was just...
Holy cow. Yes. The holiest of all steers. I'm pretty sure the speedrun's gonna have me perfect timing with all these different kinds of dashes I'll have to be doing, so I better get good at that. Or can I do this uphill? No, I can.
For any of you curious, this is what we used to do in high school, was riff off one another and make jokes about who was the current wind god by making jokes and getting the other to laugh.
I came up with that shit on the spot, trying to say like wind god, Kaze Master, then like George Carlin and all that stuff.
Oh man,
But-
don't get me started.
Yeah.
My personal hero is George Carlin. I don't know about him, but he was an amazing individual. And for those of you who don't know him, he was an actor as well as a comedian who always spoke his mind. No matter the person, no matter the intent, he spoke his mind. And half the time, that thing was pretty foul. But...
Well, keep in mind he was also a director. He directed a few movies. Some of them people might know as a Car Wash. That was a really good movie.
Oh, if any of you have seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with Keanu Reeves,
Yep.
he was Ramus.
Yeah. He had sick jams, sick beats.
Yep.
Powers. Who knows?
I don't think that's Maggie Scar.
It said behind, right?
Yep. I'm really amazed you didn't figure it out that there's a side area. Outside.
Dash mechanic.
Oh, well I guess it doesn't lead there then. I thought there was a way around, but... By the way, you should probably get warp boots if you want to continue playing.
What?
The warp boots, the things that allow you to use those gates.
Yeah. I haven't gotten them yet.
I thought there was a cave around there, but Could one of the normal rocks, not the rock in the back wall, be the... inside the chapel, I mean. Place of worship.
Oh, wait, what? What's this? Gilder!
30 guilder obtained.
You're slightly richer.
I'll pay a 30 guilder tax.
Damn it! That's how the man's always getting us. Charging us
Right?
our gilder.
Bless you.
Thank you. Nerf!
Bless you again.
Nerf! The snot's
Let's
coming to
go.
fight me. Ah!
Is there another?
Nah. I feel it tickling, but it's not happening. What is this? What's this?
What is this? Jack Skellington reference.
I really like that series, but I feel that the fandom blew it up.
What? It's explanatory because some people might not have seen Nightmare Before Christmas. One of Tim Burton's best works.
I raise you Edward Scissorhands.
Well, you know why that is because most people can't find it on DVD.
This is true.
Nightmare Before Christmas got re-released, I think, twice. So Edward Scissorhands got released on DVD once for like a month, and I can't even see it in the Walmart bins anymore.
I'm not going to tell you where I work, but I can safely say that of the multitude of places that I have seen, like Best Buy or Target, or even like the dollar bin in certain kinds of thrift stores, there is it's really difficult to even say any of those places because most of those DVDs are shipped back to the service provider after about 3 months if it has not sold or not. And the only reason why you'll ever even see any of those items in those bins is because they failed to keep inventory properly, so they're stuck with it.
So basically you're meaning, oh well, we sent the stuff back, but there's like 50 still remaining in the back room.
Exactly. They didn't perfectly put the stuff back to where it's supposed to be in the inventory for the provider, so they're just gonna have to deal with what they have.
But yeah, you don't see Edward Scissorhands in many places just because while it was one of Johnny Depp's more interesting roles, he never really clicked with it. Compared to, say, Jack Sparrow.
I guess so. But then again, you know, those actors and actresses in those kinds of films have definitely gotten themselves together. They usually fed off each other for the longest time.
You know what he had to feed off of? An Avon mom.
Hmm?
And for those of you who don't remember what Avon is, good for you.
I guess good for me then.
It was just a pyramid makeup company. Did you just beat a tree through a tree? You just caused treeception. How dare you?
Treeception, not section. If it was section, it would have gone through that other tree and killed it. But this tree is still mighty fine and mighty alive. Right, tree? Then beat it to death. Hey, check that out. If I had the fire thing, I'd be fine. No way of getting anywhere in there.
Actually, you have the fire scroll.
True, but there's, for some reason, there's these unkillable trees in the way. Well, let's see what this thing does, right?
He's like, I'm burning alive.
That didn't even...
You can tell by the look.
Search Quarry, pink fluffy unicorns. And you'll see why it felt like I was looking into the eyes of the Covenant. Hey,
It's another Red Book fiasco. You've already been in there.
Red Book? Oh man, that's a long time ago. But don't worry, I actually seen a lot of that particular kind of stuff before now. Ooh.
Yeah, you can't carry it.
Yeah, you can only carry one of.
Oh, you can swim now.
I told you I could!
I
Mother
forgot.
of shit.
That is an angry-looking tentacle mimic.
That's a monster in a box.
It wants your children.
No, it doesn't. It's gonna get Legolas the fuck out of it.
Oh, by the way, did you see when Legolas ran out of arrows in the latest Hobbit movie?
You mean the
Battle of the Five Armies? He actually ran out of arrows, and the look on his face has become a meme.
You mean a meme?
A meme. Meme.
A meme? You mean like that movie, Bebe's Kids? I miss
Yeah,
that movie.
but no. But the look on his face was hilarious. He was like,
Fuck.
it's like, how dare you?
You know, speaking of which, it looks like Mike's getting another cup of coffee. That's always good. as I was saying, Crackerjack Timing, or in other words, Man Without a Mission. He was using a profile on Facebook for the longest time, which was of Legolas's father. You know, like the leader of the Elven like tribe.
Alundra or something.
Yeah, Oliston something. And it showed him, you know, he has that demeanor, like, you know, like that kind of thing. But for some reason, somebody photoshopped pink shaded glasses on him. So it made him look like, yeah, I am that cool. I can make these ridiculous shades look even better. It was great.
Oh yeah, so Gullwing Doors might be making a comeback in cars.
Gullwing Doors?
Gullwing, you know, like things on the DeLorean and most 70s cars.
Oh, you mean like the like a Lamborghini where it goes kind of up?
Yep.
Well, that?
Might be making a comeback apparently.
Bees! You remember when I used to catch bees with my bare hands?
I remember you did worse than that.
La 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 la.
You once burped so hard it almost shattered the windows in the lunchroom.
What can I say? I have a very loud voice.
So, for those of you who wonder what I'm talking about, he literally just burped, and the windows started to rattle, and the administrator of that was currently on duty just looked over and goes, "What did you do?"
I was not a very bright child. I was very gifted. Gifted with lungs that could possibly surpass that of Allah himself. Ali Baba, that is. Still got it.
Speaking of Alibaba, watched Aladdin the other week.
Aladdin?
Yep, the Aladdin series.
Almost got you to say it.
Almost got me got to say it.
Almost got you.
Yep, but you didn't, so.
Oh, woe is me. What am I ever going to do?
But yeah, I was watching the Robin Williams stuff, and I just go, why did his career decline after like 2005? Was it because he started making like really bad movies in succession?
Creator? You mean Robin Williams?
Yeah.
It depends. Some of those movies were, you know, like more adhering to kind of his past works, but one of his best movies I've ever seen is Where Dreams May Come, and that movie makes me cry every single time I watch it. I love that movie. Where am I going? I was there already.
It's telling you that you need to go somehow open up the portal in that room, and by open I mean you have to interact with everything in the room, throw bombs at everything till something works.
Okay. So I paid her a pittance, right? You know,
80.
we got something to buy since we have all this gilder.
Gilda, shopping spree.
Gift wrap it, bitch.
Remember, paper only.
Thanks for staying on top of that. Alridge and
Hello.
Paralith. Hey, Paralith, how you doing, man? Not really doing FTL right now. We were just trying to speed through as much of this game as possible. I really love it. But then again, there are...
Well, because he's confused at the moment.
Do I look confused?
Yes. You're pondering, which means you're confused.
No, I bred you that question.
Okay. I'll raise you mold of understanding.
A slice of your thoughts. I am not toast.
A loaf off your mind?
Pardon me, I have to lynch a poof.
There's no support of both. Sorry.
Yeah, you know.
Eh.
Alright. Love spoonerisms.
You, sir, have crumbled.
I don't know. Your bones look pretty good. Can I bake something with them? Yeah.
Oh no. I'm not white enough yet.
Fooled me, you got plenty of yeast with all that rising you've got.
That's because I have a good diet of nickel and pump. First I ingest the nickel, and then I pump. Together, it's pump and nickel.
Pumpernickel, huh?
Hey, you want to get interesting with bread puns?
I don't know, you sound like a Ryer to me.
Oh, I assure you, you know, I'm on the whole wheat. We're going with this.
Okay. You know, I am training to be an engineer of many sorts. That particular kind of distinction will say that I'm kind of a potato already.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, but that joke kind of fell flat. That bread joke.
I didn't bother explaining mine. Why did you bother explaining yours?
I wanted to see how far I can go with it.
I don't know, I'm stuck between a slime and a slime.
Man, there's no need to get all sour. It's just jokes about dough.
Try to focus on the game, dude. Oh my god. What kind of bread jokes we got in there? I don't know.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Oh, that's what. I had to jump up on here. Maybe. Ow.
I hate to say it, but have you tried moving the altar? Oh, you got it.
Pardon
Did
me?
you just... Only took what? That is a run killer right there, folks. Trying to get that door open.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
Please
Arrow.
don't. He can live. Fuck this. Unfuck this.
Yeah, sorry. I couldn't resist continuing on with the bread puns. I know they're horrible, but...
Hey, that's good. That's good. Where's my trusty sword?
By all your powers combined, I have the power. Sword, bow, flail. Huh. So you basically have to chuck it at plant.
Plant.
I bet
Chucked.
I bet you can't wait for that fire rod, dude.
Nope. I love a blinding rod.
One ball struck.
That is as finicky as you can imagine it is. Damn it! Yo, game, stop being a pile of shit.
I'm not gonna lie, but that trap kind of did look obvious.
What was I supposed to do with that? It triggers when I get near it.
Exactly, but it has a cooldown time after resets. I love how you can leap on everything in this game.
Almost.
Well, anything you can grab, basically.
Ragnaros?
Ragnaros, it's the Hearthstone reference.
Oh, I see, okay.
It's an 8/8 card that throws fireballs at things. Can you walk up ladders with it? Are you trying to catch it while...
No. It won't let you.
Stop playing catch with yourself, man.
Oh.
Okay, I see how it's done now. You have to throw... Alright, get those 2 barrels back up. Back
I see,
up.
I see, yeah.
Don't worry, I already explained it to him.
What? You said you had to get those 2 barrels, and I was like, hard.
No, you talk about the Ragnaros thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, first of all, that's a completely...
There. It's stuck on it. Just crash another barrel run on it. Emperor Thurzon.
Emperor Thurzon. I personally don't like him, but some people like him.
Oh, the He-Man impersonation. I guess? I kind of try to stay away from that stuff. I only know it because of movie nights and our...
I think what you have to do is actually get up to the next floor, and then... You go to clear.
Perfect.
Wasn't there a door on the other side of that room?
Checking. Pardon me.
The whole trinity of unbalance. Yeah, fortunately. But that's what people do in semi-competitive games. They abuse.
No, there's no door.
Okay.
No. Ow.
Apparently it's like trying to park a Hummer. It doesn't work quite as it intended.
Wow.
That is actually quite helpful for you right now.
I know the feeling. If there's no active thought, then why the hell are we even trying, right?
people play games to enjoy themselves.
Sometimes they
that
enjoy
enjoyment
themselves.
relies on the
Shittily.
misery of others.
What the fuck?
So is this like corpse view or something, I guess? Please tell me it doesn't recreate those. Because that would be insane. Oh yeah, it does. What do you know? It creates an endless amount to the flowers killed. I think you're... Oh my god. Maybe time for the flame scroll.
Back the fuck up. I can charge my sword.
Like, would be impressed. The original charred sword. You know, I should play Ballad of the Windfish again someday.
You mean Link's Awakening?
Yeah. One where he awakes on the island with the sky whale. Whom I have suspected for quite a long time is actually a sperm whale with wings.
Well, he's probably a whale regardless, but it shouldn't really matter. He's a whale.
Well, at least he isn't milk toast. Back to the bread puns. Come on, don't PETA about it. No, this game is not on Steam. This is actually... This is being played on a PlayStation 2. An actual PlayStation 2. I think it's for the PlayStation 1.
Damn it. It's a PS1 game, yeah. I'm pretty sure there are ways of, like, you know, illegally ripping it or something like that. But, you know, that depends on where you go. But for me, I wanted a legit copy of this game, so I went and got myself a legit copy. I think I need a barrel one more so I can get up there and do all that. That would have done it. Pardon me. Are those things back? I really hope they're not.
What, you said you hope they're not? They're not. I'm really surprised they haven't added any of the Breath of Fire games on Steam, because Capcom is the one who made them, and some of them are on the PC already.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, this may be where it ends, folks.
Money.
Might want to heal.
Oh, balls.
Hell, he's extremely angry at that flower. It's like, why won't you down?
No. I have several places where I already have, Pure Silver.
That aside, Paralop, if you want to try getting, this game on Steam, what I suggest you do is go to the general forums and create a petition and try to get an absurdly high number of signatures. And maybe if you do that, you can get it ported to Steam by its original game company, because obviously Sony's still up and running, so they might be willing to do it. They see interest in it.
I mean, Working Designs may still, or may not be in working, but I do know that the other proprietor, what was the other one that made this?
Sony.
It's trademarked by Sony, but it was made by Working Designs, and it was a trademark.
I thought it was translated by Working Designs.
No.
Either way, almost all of Sony's imports are pretty much just port to PC, so it might be good. Never know. Not until you try. I mean that, by the way. I know that sounds sarcastic, but I mean it. I don't want to stretch. Grab my back. Round and round we will go. So you can't hit it with the arrow from up there because of the... Yeah, Alundra.
Damn it.
You're so efficient at it. Oh my god, it's literally just going. I'm gonna throw a bomb, so I hit it.
Okay.
Things that can kill a speedrun, Chapter 1. Agitation.
She could multi-hold.
Multi-hold! Does it automatically shatter no matter where you throw it?
Yeah.
So why not try throwing it on those bushes over there and see if the fire goes all the way to the other thing?
It's out of bounds, barely. Which is why they put that rock there.
No, I'm saying let the... Do the little bushes not catch fire? I thought they
No,
did.
they don't. The green one does and the teal ones do.
Dang, that is... So I thought, like, you could have it sort of, I guess, ignition light through, like, the stream of bushes, but apparently, meh.
Damn it. I was trying to throw it at a side, but it wasn't gonna reach either way. Chances are there's just a gilded falcon in there, because puzzles like these that are optional but really hard usually just have that kind of stuff in there. Yeah, looks like they might have a mobile version in the works.
I'm gonna say this now, mobile FF6 was not worth it. Even though I'm a Final Fantasy VI fan, it wasn't. They made blitzes almost impossible to do.
Huh. Oh well. Can't have it all.
Oh no, you literally can't do blitzes, and that means you can almost not get past Vargas. Nice leapfrogging there.
Damn it. Almost had it. Hey, key.
You've got the key.
Key. Behold, my magnum opus puzzle. How could he have gotten around my puzzle?
Actually, what's worrying me, and all you got was a lousy herb.
I went to Snoop's concert and all they got was this herb. What the fuck is that?
Apparently, you're a new enemy. Leapers.
I don't want any more of that.
They like to jump, they like to jump, they like to do the belly jump.
Oh, cool. They're weak as dicks.
That probably means you're going to be facing a whole lot of them with flowers soon.
Key. The key to unlock the rock door. Fire rock? Fire key?
There is a key in the room that's unlocked by a key. cave crickets.
Oh my god.
Well. Won't say it's easy, but he can somehow survive this maybe. With a lot of luck and precision.
I'm talking about luck. That was all skill.
Up until the cave crickets decide to invade.
The cave police, they live inside of my cave. The cave police. I don't know. Maybe that key was just to say, nice try, here's another key. Oh, I see.
You could just... Oh, what do you need to do?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to have one alive so you can breathe fire onto the proper plant?
Yep. Whoa. Just see that guy's head explode.
Yep.
Come on. Come on. The fuck? Come on.
There you
Ow,
go.
it burned.
And it dropped a pot.
Drop that pot.
And
Oh,
I
I have to kill him now.
That's like a nice two-parter. Tricky.
Yep.
Tricky dicky. Another lovely hallway filled with creeping zombies. Wants to steal your soul. So I guess you need the fire rod or something?
Fuck! No, I can only go one or the other direction.
I have a stupid idea, but why not try the fire scroll there? You're really, really close to them this time, and there's two of them, so you're bound to hit one of them, right?
Well, there is the fire thing I can use, but I have 2 shots at it. I wasted my first shot by throwing my stupid body into it. Ow.
Did you just burn yourself?
A little bit. It's okay. I chose correctly.
Incorrectly.
What the fuck?
We will kill you. Kill you. Well then. What?
The key. Nice puzzle. Bye.
Aren't you going through the other door?
Can't. It's too high.
Ah.
As I said, I chose correctly. I chose correctly. Chose correctly.
You're unhappy about something.
Everything. Okay, wait. I already got everything in these rooms. Because that room teleported me to the far right, and I thought it was different, but it was actually the same thing. It's alright. Damn it. I didn't want to be here. There. Okay, I got plenty of keys. Now I gotta find a place to use them.
That one.
Ow.
Remember, you're out of Wunderbar essence.
Holy shit.
Cave grids.
Alright, so I have all the keys that I need. Why? Duh. Pardon me. You already went through there. If you're wondering what's so insidious about these drops. Oh, my fire.
You are now without the inner flame.
It's all good. Didn't need it. Screwed that up. Oh well. Be right back. Ow. For Christ's sake.
You really need to save.
Nah. Be fine. There we go.
Sweet, sweet, precious life.
I figured out how to get past that other part too. I looked at it a little carefully, so it should go a different way now.
Oh, that's half the game. Observation.
It really is.
Which I'm really surprised there's not a game named Observation. I guess, you know, a lot of people wouldn't like it because it's pretty much sitting and waiting.
Waiting. Okay. You bitch. Fuck. Look. I don't want to fuck. I don't want to fight you.
I think that's where you lose most of your life, is trying to take down those plants while they spawn. Whatever.
It's actually the inside of someone's chest, if you look carefully.
Oh, so it's just Flynn that you're fighting. I got it.
It's the inside of someone's chest that happened to become a breeding ground for whatever the hell they're creating. If you also notice when you destroy pieces of that creature, little bugs drop off. That creature is made of those bugs.
And mucus. The power of mucus compels you.
Explosive bugs.
Full of methane.
Balls. got it.
One tinderbox. 2 tinderbox.
Let's see what's in here.
Balls on a pedestal.
Stop running away.
Very annoying bugs.
Hooray. Won that out of sheer stupid.
Just imagine if there were achievements on this game, you get the bush burner achievement for burning 25 bushes by now. Bush burner.
This is good. I'm kind of taking my time with this. You gotta be fast on that one. Okay. Damn it. It does 4 damage. So I have to hit from this corner to this one, and then immediately turn left. Okay. Wonder if the analog's gonna help.
Oh, what do you think would help you? Cheer. You can do it, you can do it, hip hip hooray. You can do it, throw that fish away.
Analog doesn't work.
Weird.
What is a PS1 game? Oh! I wasn't missing that shot. I'd rather do this again. Because now I can take my time with that one. Oh, more life?
Say that was a worthy cause.
More life? That's always good.
I feel like you're getting life a lot more often now.
Yeah.
It's usually a bad sign.
It's a pretty bad sign.
It means things are gonna hurt more and more.
See, this is an example of a 2.5 jump. See? I could have just skipped all of that, just because. But that's only because I did a really good jump there. See, normally, you're not that awesome consistently. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Exit this room before I make a fool of myself even more.
You say you're not awesome consistently, but you're a pretty good person. When it comes to gaming, you always sort of surprise.
Yeah, I always got something up my sleeve. The dude's like, you trying to burn me, dude? Don't burn me, dude.
It's like, I don't want to be burned. If you're gonna do it, at least burn me first. I'm all squishy.
Okay. Huh? Oh my god, just let me out of here. Actually, this is good, because it'll force me to get out of here normally. Hard container. this? Oh god.
Yo.
That was a good one, Nostro.
I think I might hit the A. Man, I'm a bit tired from my Pathfinder thing earlier.
Alright,
So,
man. Well, if you gotta go, you go ahead and do your own thing. Let's see what we can do.
I'd rather
here.
not end up snoring on your stream, so.
Yeah, please don't.
Take it easy, everyone, and if I wake up in an hour, I'll come back. So, who knows, it may just be my body just saying, you know what, I need a bit of rest, man.
Yeah, a little bit of rest is always gonna help.
I'll talk to you later.
Alright, take care.
Peace out, people. Whoosh.
And there goes Captain Wildly. So there's gotta be a way to get around that. Shh. Here, eat that. There's nothing in here. Damn it. So it's the same effect though, you know? Oops. Okay. Apparently I gotta get up there somehow. How? There's gotta be a way to get around this. Full heal. So where are we going with this? Feels like there's something in that box. Just wish I could get inside it. wasn't gonna work. The closest I can get is like right here, but it feels like I'm missing something. Puzzle feels incomplete. The dungeons do take forever. They really do. Get shot. Wow, that does like no damage to him at all. I wish I could take this with me to the next room, but it's not gonna let me. Did I forget something in here? That's where it is. Okay. Can't really see it, but under all that green stuff, there's actually a hole. You can't really see it though. It looks just like a red herring. In truth, it wasn't. It was actually the thing you're questing for the entire time. See? Yeah, it's right there. That's fine with me. Perfectly fine with me. There was no hole. Only Zool. I thought that was it. I honestly thought that was it. No, I was wrong. I was fucking dead wrong. I'm fucking lost. What the hell? Where am I? Who am I? Christ. god. Yeah, I have to be at least this distance to throw it in that direction, but I can't. Because I'm missing something. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure this isn't the solution. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Feels like they would do something like that. We can attack in any direction. Nope, that didn't work. I have 2 keys. Where are the doors of these keys go? Ow. What? Damn it. there's nothing here. I don't see anything. Seriously. Where's the goddamn exit? There's something I'm not seeing. There's obviously something I'm not seeing. Okay. Can I go through there? Nothing. Literally nothing. I just can't jump high enough up there. What if I hold my jump down? Can I charge it? Like, Waddle Dee said try the fire spell. The fire only works on enemies. feel like we've thoroughly explored this room, but it feels like it's hiding something else. See, what in the hell is the point of doing any of that? I still got through. I still got the stuff in the chest. I got the life vessel. I don't see anything. Is this a door? What's a door? Something doesn't feel right. Weed. Next room then. I had to have missed something. It's simple. Here's where I'm missing. I need to be able to get all the way over there. Oh. There we go. Progress. Oh, no you don't. Ow. Pretty sure I can do this. Got it. Okay. Okay. Kinda didn't need that, but fine, that's cool. Science. Yes. Science! Amazing things can be seen, now ventured, nothing lost, nothing gained. Oh, god damn it. Precision platformer. That was mind-numbing. The fuck? Shit. Shut up. Are you kidding me? Why would they punish the player this way? Oh my god. That's insidious. The fact that can even happen. Okay. The price for failure is agitation. I think I know how to get through that little trouble spot. Okay. No, wait, I can't. I have to do it the hard way. How did I do this so well the first time? There's gotta be a way to line that shot up. threw it over the weeds. You're kidding me. You okay, honey? Sweet dreams, honey. Love you. Okay, we got through. Ow. That's a much easier reset. Oh my god. Playing like shit now. Not so bad now. Okay. You know what? Fuck that chest. We don't need it. Maybe we need what's in the chest. Maybe. That's fine. What was in that chest was completely useless. It's just money. Okay. Oh, I see. What's in there? Huh? Strange force seems to restrain the movement of the lever. Perhaps it is Crunk. Perhaps if you know that. Huh? Why is this room darker? Ah, okay. Yeah, take your time.